couldn't sleep.
Me neither.
Still can't get used to being in that big bed all alone.
You should try the sofa.
Can I?
I'll get you one.
I just want to sip. It's funny, isn't it? Under different circumstances, this would be romantic, just the two of us, curled up on the sofa.
In front of some terrible late-night film.
Jake, what you were saying the other day about me stalling.
It's been a long day. I shouldn't...
No, wait a minute. What I'm saying is that maybe you were right. Maybe without really being aware of it, I have been dragging my feet. But you can't blame me. It's hard to let go of the only man that I've ever loved.
Tracy.
It's okay. I'm not trying to make you feel guilty or anything. I'm just telling you how I feel. It's important, isn't it? That we can be open with each other.
Of course.
Can I have another sip? It burns.
It'll help you sleep.
I know it will help me sleep.
No.
It's okay. We're not doing anything wrong.
I think we should both go to bed. Alone.
Well, this has gone on long enough. Look, whatever was said and done last night, I think you should both be big enough to shake hands and put it behind you. Patrick?
He got them back together again. He linked up that scumbag with our Nicola.
Mark was only doing what he thought was best.
He was meddling in affairs he didn't understand. Maybe you're glad that our Nicola carried on seeing Phil Berry.
Didn't say that.
Well, that's what it amounts to. If he hadn't played Cupid, we wouldn't be in this situation.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do. I would have put a stop to it. I'd have broken them up.
Patrick, stop it. What are you trying to do? Drive another of our children away?
I'm really, really sorry, Mum.
Why didn't you tell us?
I should have. I know, but you were going out of your minds with worry. I didn't want to make it any worse. How was I to know whether Phil's dad was telling the truth? You've got to see it from my point of view.
I'm trying. But it's hard.
I couldn't tell him. I've tried. Well, you'll have to try again. It's not that easy.
If this boy likes
He's not a boy, all right? And the man who got me pregnant doesn't like me, and I don't like him. It was a stupid, stupid mistake.
I had a hold over her.
I'm sorry?
I've just spoken to D.S. Garland. He told me about them not being able to find my mother's wedding rings.
Yes, that was very puzzling.
He also said that you told him that I had some kind of hold over her.
Hold, influence, call it what you like. Your mother had the most massive guilt complex about the way she treated you in the past, and you used that. You used that for all it was worth.
That is a horrible lie.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't intend to have any argument with you. I don't intend to have any dealings with you at all. I just want this nightmare to be over. Now, if you would please excuse
No,
me.
I will not excuse you.
If you are going to behave like this, do it in private.
I'm just trying to have my breakfast in peace.
He's
Kate.
telling lies about me, trying to take control of everything.
I don't care. At this precise moment, Sarah Jane, I do not give a damn about your personal problems. All I care about is the efficient running of this hotel. And if you are not willing to behave in a respectable fashion, then I will have you escorted from the premises. Is that understood?
very sorry about this. I think we're all a bit jittery over this inquest. Will you be attending?
I'll be attending to the business of trying to run this hotel.
Looks like we're both in for a tough old day.
That's it! It's booked! 3 weeks' time, joy and happiness.
What's booked?
What do you think? My passport to stardom. Or passport, should I say?
Well, that, congratulations.
You look like you got problems written all over your face. You know what to say about problems shared?
It's personal.
Yeah, I know. How far gone are you?
How do you know?
I'm a woman of the world. Pick up on these things.
All right. I overheard you and Callie talking.
You're not showing yet.
And what are you, 6 weeks? A little more.
And what do you want to do about it?
I don't know. What can I do about it? I feel trapped. I've got nowhere to turn.
The solution to your problems?
A phone number.
An abortion clinic. A friend used them last year.
I went to family planning. Haven't decided what to do yet.
Well, I wouldn't think too long about it.
I can't afford that.
There's always ways.
Bina, abortion isn't the only solution.
Well, why not? Well, you can be young, free again. You don't have to worry.
That's not the point. I've got something living inside me. Can't kill it. I'd feel like a murderer.
Suit yourself, Mandy.
Not a word to anyone.
As if I would.
All right, Mandy. What's over there?
My lips are sealed.
Oh, you better get them unsealed in time for the inquest.
Oh, no, the inquest. I've forgotten.
Well, you better get your skates on. Turn up late for that sort of thing and they'll throw you straight in jail.
I'd really like to come with you.
I'll be fine on my own.
It's just that we're so short-staffed.
I told you, Jake, it's not a problem.
Good. I'll see you later then.
So, Jane, I just saw what happened in the restaurant.
You mean me being a complete idiot?
Don't be so hard on yourself. You must be going through hell.
Hell's a pretty accurate description of what I'm going through, yeah. What do you want, Mark? Come to issue me with another warning from your mother?
No. Actually, I came to apologise for her, for the way she spoke to you.
She sent you?
Not exactly, no. But she's having a really tough time of it, and she probably took that out on you a bit. And in some way, I'm to blame.
Sorry?
Partly to blame. Anyway.
You've lost me.
I should get back to work. Dad catches me slacking. Look, I'm off a bit later. I'd be glad to give you a lift to the inquest.
You don't have to.
It would be a pleasure. Anyway, you don't want to go to it on your own.
Okay. That's very kind of you.
What's this?
Coffee. What do you think?
I asked for tea.
No, you didn't. You said coffee. You always have coffee in the mornings.
I was trying to live dangerously.
Oh, you two, like an old married couple.
Uncle Bob and Aunt Sylvie gave me this £40 CD token.
40 quid? That's very generous.
Too generous, really.
Oh, a little goodbye gift.
We're setting off sometime this afternoon before the traffic gets too bad.
Well, it's very kind. Did you say thank you, Daniel?
Yeah.
Oh, Bradley, we met your aunt yesterday.
Auntie Doris? Regale with some useless snippet of local history, did she?
No. Oh, she seemed at great pains to tell us what good friends you both were.
Well, don't know where she got that idea from.
She told us we were very modern, understanding. Wasn't that what she said?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, she was probably referring to me and Bina.
You and Bina?
Yes. Well, Auntie Doris is a bit old-fashioned, you see, and Bina, she's a bit flighty, so she must have wondered if you'd have a problem with that.
Ah. Well, that explains it then.
All right, where are they?
Where are who?
The highly efficient and non-appearing agency staff that Patrick was supposed to have organised for today.
They haven't showed up.
Do you have any catering experience, darling?
Simple no would have done, Billy.
Where are you going?
Chase up the agency to try and keep you off my back.
Well, I'm coming with you because I want to hear this with my own ears.
Rocky.
Oh, morning, Mr. Russell. How's Mrs. Russell bearing up?
Well, as you'd imagine. Listen, Rocky, I know you are on friendly terms with Phil Berry.
Well, he's a good worker, Mr. Russell.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, but
What I want to know is, honestly, has he been in touch with you since he left?
No.
But if he were to try and contact you, I take it as an old friend or whatever, that you would tell me immediately.
Yes, Mr. Russell.
Listen, I want you to keep your ear to the ground. If you hear anything at all, you know, gossip in the staff room, anything about my daughter, Phil Berry, I want you to report it straight to me.
Well, I haven't really got time to do too much snooping around, Mr. Russell, what with being understaffed.
Well, you make time. You owe me on this. Let's remember it was you who gave Phil Berry his job here. It's because of you he made his home here.
I see. No, that's not good enough. No, you can rest assured the Crossroads will not be using your agency again. Goodbye. They said that half their temps are down with flu. I could tell he was lying.
So, what am I going to do? I've got a large buffet to get ready for 1:30. I mean, it's one of the few functions that hasn't been cancelled.
Well, don't remind me. Did you know that 3 wedding receptions have been called off since Jill's death?
Well, maybe we should make a feature out of it, you know? Newlyweds could be photographed at the spot where the newlywed drowned.
Not funny.
I can do a roaring trade with goths and punks, though.
Damn, another thing I could do without today. Dinner with 2 of the dullest, most humorless Scandinavians you could wish to meet.
Stop changing the subject, Kate. I want to know how you expect me to cope with this buffet.
We'll all muck in.
All?
Jake, Patrick and I, we'll help you get you over the busy period.
I'll help out where?
In the kitchen. It's an emergency.
On one condition. That in the kitchen, I'm chef. Understood?
Understood? Right, Jake?
Perfectly.
Quiet, please. All stand. All manner of persons having anything to do with this court before the Queen's coroner for this country, draw near and give your attendance.
I hereby convene the inquest into the death of Jill Chance. And then you put your hand in the water.
Yes.
And then? Take your time, Calvinda. I know this must be very unpleasant for you.
I was just trying to get my cat back, which had been thrown in the water. And I saw something. I thought it was just some weeds or something. But then I saw that it was a hand.
You saw that it was Mrs. Chance?
I didn't know who it was. I just screamed. All I wanted to do was get away from there. I only found out who it was later.
Thank you, Calvinda. Your evidence has been tape recorded. Would you please sign to say that you were here? Calling Mr. Desmond White.
Careful, those plates are hot.
Well, you could have warned me.
You should have been more careful. You always use a cloth.
Don't just snap at me. Not doing this all is my fault, you know.
Look, just leave that and go out and take the rest of the orders, will you? Jake, floor.
What about it?
I don't run a dirty kitchen. You find a mop bucket out back.
Well, can't she do it?
Oh, she could do it. But you're doing it.
I'll clean it.
No, you carry on making the pig's ear out of vegetables. Jake, when you've done the floor, I'd like the inside of that oven clean.
No.
Although, you better wear a mask and some gloves because it's a real stinker of a job.
The next time you step out of this kitchen, Taylor, you better watch yourself because then I'll be in control.
Oh, staff are getting a bit lippy, Kate. Shall we make an example of him?
Jake, just do it.
Our wedding day was perhaps the happiest day of my life.
You'd been married to Mrs. Chance before, hadn't you?
Yes.
And you were subsequently divorced?
I believe we never stopped loving each other.
But you did get divorced.
It's the pressure of running a hotel. It took its toll on us. It's an occupational hazard. We were just so happy that we had a second chance.
to find each other. Sorry.
That's quite all right, Mr. Chance. Would you like the inquest to be adjourned for a while?
No, I'm fine.
Mr. Chance, would you say that Mrs. Chance was as happy as you were on your wedding day?
Oh, definitely. I mean, about the marriage, about us being together, she was happy. It was other things that were making her unhappy.
Could you elaborate on that?
She'd been depressed for some time about the state of affairs between her and her daughter.
Lying snake.
Just how depressed, would you say?
I'm not a medical man, but depressed about it enough to do what she did.
Did she talk to you at all about her relationship with her daughter?
Not in any great detail, no. She bottled things up. I feel, in some way, to blame. I feel this terrible burden of guilt.
Guilt? How so?
Well, guilt that I should have seen the signs, and guilt that I should have realized that Jill was just so miserable. I believed that everything would be fine once we were married.
And you had your hands on her share at the hotel.
I never want to see the inside of a kitchen again.
Mum, that is the one and only time I ever do that. I will not have Billy Taylor lording it over me like that again.
Maybe it'll do us all good to see what life's like at the coalface once in a while.
Well, why don't we go the whole hog? Join the Socialist Workers' Party. Turn the old damned hotel into a cooperative, if that's what you want.
What I'm saying is, don't give us a clear idea of what it's like to be bullied and pushed around.
Why don't you try being a little less subtle, Kate?
Yes? Have they? Right, yeah, tell them I'll meet them for coffee. Scandinavians have arrived.
I suppose you want me to come too?
No. Don't bother yourself. I'll handle it on my own.
All right, I won't.
Miss Harvey, did you have any reason to believe that your mother may be suicidal?
I'm not sure.
So you weren't at all concerned about her state of mind?
Of course. I knew she'd been in a bad way. That's why I came to see her.
You're referring to your mother's overdose?
Yes.
But you didn't come straight away, did you? There were a number of messages left on your answer phone.
I'd been away. I came as soon as I heard she was ill.
Mr. Chance earlier testified that things had been difficult between you and your mother. How do you respond to that? I would remind you that you are on oath.
Yes, I know. It's true. Things haven't always been that good between me and my mother.
Oh, please.
Mr. Chance, I will have no more interruptions. Just how difficult were things, Miss Harvey?
We hadn't seen each other for years. I admit I was bitter about the way she treated me. I felt as though she hadn't really been much of a mother to me at all. But things were getting better between us. The more time we spent together, the more we started to feel like a real mother and daughter. Maybe for the first time.
So, as far as you were concerned, your mother was perfectly happy?
No. I thought she was having second thoughts about her sham of a marriage to Adam Chance.
That is a lie.
Mr. Chance!
If my mother killed herself, it's because she couldn't face the terrible mistake she'd made in marrying you.
If your mother killed herself, it's because you poisoned and twisted her poor mind.
She saw who you are. She saw the kind of man she'd married.
Order! Order! This is a final warning to you both. Any more of this and I'll have no option but to have you both removed. I will not, repeat, not, have my court used in this manner.
Oh, hello, Vina.
Oh, hello.
We hoped we'd catch you, but they said you were off today.
Yeah, I was at the inquest, but I couldn't face it, so I left.
We wanted to say goodbye and hope to see you again.
Oh, it was really nice to meet you. Have you enjoyed your stay?
Oh, very nice, thank you.
So, be honest. What do you think of our Tom, eh?
Oh, Tom's gorgeous.
You think so?
Yeah.
We've been waiting for you. Come on. You don't want to miss the rush hour, don't you?
Well, we just wanted to get to know Vina better.
Oh, did you? That's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, then.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Vina.
Bye.
Look, just don't ask.
sorry.
Kate.
Not now, Patrick. I'm late.
Hey, I'm sorry. Let's do this together.
Come on, then.
You are the examining pathologist in this case.
I am.
And what is your cause of death?
Drowning.
Quiet, please. Please, continue.
A considerable quantity of water was found in the lungs, consistent with drowning. A study of the water shows that she almost certainly drowned in the lake where the body was found. However, on closer examination and following further tests, the body showed signs of a struggle.
Perhaps she struggled as she drowned, a natural reflex.
No, that's not it. As well as lesions to the hands and arms suggesting that she was involved in a struggle with another person, I have sufficient pathological evidence to show that she was struck on the head before she entered the water.
Just to be completely clear, you are saying that, in your opinion, she was murdered?
In my considered opinion, yes.
Mrs. Jill Chance was murdered.
Order! 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 Under the circumstances, I cannot release Mrs. Chance's body to the family. This inquest is hereby adjourned pending further investigations by the police.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be...
Matthew, I'm going to be...
Matthew, I'm going to be...
Before going all the way to Rock City.
Stars in Their Eyes, tomorrow at 8:15.